Ta-da! We're back with more South American Dota. We have all 5 players on the side of Picole de...
Popsicles.
sorry, Ray du Picole. Popsicle, I like to break it.
Just call them popsicles. I mean,
we got all the players in, we got all the playmakers in, so we should be good to go now, guys.
Do we know if it's the actual player?
I believe it is Bardo. I believe Bardo's back in.
Okay.
I believe Dota fixed itself. He had some sort of an issue where like all of the files went a little bit...
Because I'm ready.
A bit wonky.
I'm ready. If
you ready? Are you ready?
Just making sure. Okay.
I want to see this famed breaky Meepo, don't you?
Yes.
I'm like 3-0 on the hero, so I am undefeated.
You just the 3
out
games?
of 3 games in like 2.5 years.
Right,
so.
right. Well, you know, it's still positive.
Undefeated, baby.
Still positive. So we've got Playmakers coming up versus, oh, there they are. They're there.
Look at this.
Ray du Picole.
Into the actual game.
Yeah, Bardo's there. We got Bardo in there.
Aww.
Awesome. So
short-lived.
Yikes.
Game's the yikes counter. All right.
Yeah, we were joking that we should have a Sheever scoreboard of how many times that we say yikes for Sheever.
Yeah.
Just, you know, bring her into the cast each time.
Yeah.
But, so are you guys familiar with Playmakers at all?
Nope.
Let me tell you in a second.
As we go through the phone here.
That's what I should have done.
It is Kotaro, as you were mentioning before.
Kotaro,
Sword, yeah, Schofield, Excel, and Jamari. Yeah, no, these are definitely recognizable names for sure. I want to say, weren't they infamous before? Like these guys.
Kotaro was like he was on Infamous forever.
Yeah.
But, they split off. It wasn't Playmakers, I think. It was oh gosh, Brackstone, I think, picked them up at one point, and he moved over to there, but then they had some sort of falling out. So now I think it's a player-run group called Playmakers.
Okay.
So yeah, you got Kotaro. J. Marie used to be on, oh gosh, he was on a different team for a while. Sword kind of floats around with different teams. He was on Gorilla's Pride for a little bit. Schofield has been on Mad Kings, I believe. I think J. Murray was Mad Kings too at one point.
They've been around.
Yeah, that's the thing with like a lot of these regional players, right? Is that they've been on a lot of different qualifier teams. They float around. They all know each other, which is pretty cool. But they've done their homework because there's no Theolacor Tiny gonna be in this game, guys. He's taken out.
I just saw the previous game with the Rasta. Yeah, Lich Undying and Brewmaster on the other side, so very support heavy for the most part. There's that Tusk. I know you were commenting on Tusk, you know, getting those nerfs in the patch 7.21, but Blues, you pointed out, and how it's still a great hero because before his Sigil was a thing and wasn't considered that strong.
Yep.
You still have Tag Team, even though it was nerfed, it's still a good ability.
Yeah, still superior to Sigil for sure. And then, of course, it was already getting picked in that scenario, so...
That's an
We get a Burb, and we get a Schofield Clockwork.
We get a Clockwork, yeah.
We get a Schofield Clockwork.
The Bird's one thing,
I'm so excited about that. This dude, this dude on his Clockwork is... I think it was Jenkins who like tried to like make fun of me about it. Who's like, oh, is he really that good? It might be Grant. I don't remember. But
one of those
someone was just like... Some NA person was like saying, well, this guy better... deliver, else I'm going to be really, really disappointed. But yeah, with the new change, what is it? The battery assault no longer has a cast.
Yeah, so it's instant there. That is pretty good.
That's huge.
Helping to catch and.
Yeah, you gotta get on these. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm good. These are all her side.
Oh, are they all on?
I'm just chilling.
All on my side. So.
Got the later names there.
Elder Titan for
Elder
the
Titan.
Dire.
Theolacor Elder Titan is poggers.
Yeah.
That actually is the first time that I really noticed him. Was I was casting a game, and this is of course a couple patches back,
Put it over there
but
for now. Not a lot of people running that safe lane.
Yeah, no. A lot of the games that he was playing, he would just do so well. He would dominate in that position for Elder Titan.
Yeah.
Just he got like. It was insane, the amount of space that he was creating, the amount of kills he was getting.
Yeah, Astral Spirit's a broken ability as far as I'm concerned, man. It's insane. It has to be one of the strongest laning tools in the game. The fact that he just gets that double damage plus every time he uses it, appropriately, going over to the jungle camps. And we're even seeing some tricks with the whole, you start in one lane, you can TP to the bottom lane, and that Astral Spirit goes all the way across, plus 200 damage, hitting like crazy. So, yeah, I think this hero is really strong, and not surprised to see them pick it up first here as a result.
Yeah, we got a Hiko Nature's Prophet pick up too.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet, do you think it's going to be a safe lane, Kips?
I'm not sure yet. Like, it could be safe lane.
It could be so many things.
No, it's offlane Hiko. It's offlane Hiko. He's been playing this hero quite a bit.
For NP? Okay. So what, NP Elder Titan lane, potentially,
so, the Elder Titan,
NP
I'm just going to go.
We're just chilling. Gibbs is, you're doing a great job.
Gibbs is doing all the work. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay. I need to
Vanna
walk
White
a little bit,
the-
otherwise I'm just going to get too fiddly. I need to...
Keep moving around. All right.
Yes.
The clock. I go back to the clocker though. It's really, yeah. You got the slight buffs as you mentioned, but
He's got True Sight now with that
what's
Rocket Flare talent.
sure. But, okay.
That's
True.
late though, and like as a block you don't usually get
True.
that,
You don't normally want to go late.
So, you know, what is he really going to be doing this game so far? Not a whole lot.
Well, you haven't seen Schofield.
Maybe I haven't seen it enough, Moxie. You're hyping this up like crazy.
I know, it's because I'm doing this now. I'm probably
it's gonna
be, yeah. But no, I've seen him like do really, really good engagements where he splits up fights. Like he splits them completely, and that makes a lot of just really nice team fight advantage if they decide to go in on this. I don't know though. I mean, you've got the Phoenix, right? So what you can probably expect to see with the Schofield Clockwork in a perfect world, obviously, is if he's able to separate them away from the Phoenix so they can't get to that egg. That's going to make a big difference in these fights, but that's,
yeah, a barrier. I like that, actually.
But then, of course, you've got an Elder Titan pickup who can also just, throw down that Earth Splitter in the middle of everything, too.
If it's a boss for Elder Titan, it totally gets outroamed by the Clockwork as well. So we might actually see that ET move to the other side of the board again, just as a safe lane support.
I'll take this one here.
There's our watermelon.
I guess I'll move.
All right. You know what?
Tidehunter.
This is a lot of, right now, it's good team, it's a lot of team fight, but I'm a little concerned that they need to be careful that they don't use up all of their big ultimates right at once, because it's, again, a bit of a skirmishy lineup coming out from the side right to Picole right now. Right, so if you blow that, that Ravage and the egg all at once and you don't get an objective off of it, you're kind of in a bad position. What do you think, Hips?
Yes, for sure. And it depends. If you're behind, you usually want to save these things to use them at the same time so that you can maybe turn a team fight. But if you're ahead, you actually want to stagger to make sure that, they can't really go back on you because you still have one of the big ultimates left. Whereas if you're ahead and you use both of them at the same time, you actually give your enemy a huge window to come back into this game. And if you're behind and you don't use them at the same time, you're going to lose both fights even while you had an ultimate up.
Right.
So that's the way to go about it. And of course, more than 2 big ults is usually a really big risk.
Yeah. So I don't know what's... Right, so you've got probably... I'm assuming that that's going to be a position for Clockwork roaming around. 5
they opened with their supports,
3 Tide. So then they need some... Grimstroke. I was looking at that hero, and I'm not sure how.
Yeah, he's just spitting a nerf after nerf after nerf with these patches. So
I was a Grimstroke spammer, for God's sake.
then you would maybe know better than me there. But I also look for the Soulbind synergy, of course, and right now, not really anything there. So they could still finish off, but then of course items itself could come into play. But without having that Soulbind synergy,
everybody's getting Dagons.
I still think with the laning, as a laning support though, he's arguably one of the stronger ones, right? So if anything, you got that going for you.
You got to make sure that you land the Stroke of Fate. Though, like level 1 Stroke of Fate is like such a pain in the ass.
It can be juked, yeah.
It's difficult to line that up perfectly.
Yeah, his functionality hasn't changed much. What I do like though is I like to see a support with single target abilities combined with the Grimstroke, because right now it's an Elder Titan, and it means that when the Grimstroke hits 6, he has to combine with some core who has a single target ability. But a lot of the times you see that the core who has the single target abilities does not actually want to get involved in fights yet. And what do you have then? You have just a Grimstroke with an ult that's basically slow.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's not enough. Unless you have certain items, of course. Nature's Prophet will eventually probably build an Orchid or something to that effect.
Well, it's a slow and it tethers targets together, so
you're missing out on this huge power spike, because that is an extremely powerful ultimate. So yeah, with the Elder Titan, I'm not really a fan, but maybe we could see an offlane Elder Titan.
Well, if we didn't have the Nature's Prophet, I'd say you could see something like a Doom. A double Doom is pretty nice with the Grimstroke. That's really good synergy. It also wins the lane really, really hard. Okay, so we're going to get the Kotaro Troll. That's actually one of his classic heroes right there, although we've had a lot of changes with that particular hero where he just...
Is that one of mine? I don't think that's one of mine, actually.
Oh, yeah, that'd be over here. I'm paying attention.
On the OD, okay. I like the OD. That way you can just throw Troll in a bubble, and or if you get the initiation right, you can take the Tidehunter out of the picture completely.
Yeah, and besides, OD loves Tidehunter because of the huge amount of instacks you can get off of him.
He also thinks he's just a cutie, too. That's why he loves him. No, but yeah, no, I like the OD pickup. I was wondering if we were going to see something like that. But what was it? Oh, there was one game.
Natural 4 staff builder as well for the Clockwork.
They still don't have something good to hit the egg with, though, on Rado Picole. Is something that, like, that Phoenix was picked up all the way at the start, and they haven't really you know, paid any attention to it at all. It's like, okay, Phoenix Clockwork, whatever, we're gonna do our own thing. I like that, but it's also a very risky way to go. Usually you want at least have like one way of dealing with it. And a lot of these powerful right clickers have been taken out, so Juggernaut with his attack speed, Visage out. He's not too fast actually. And then of course Luna also gone. So we're gonna have to see.
I'm not sure what the final pickup is here. What do you think, Breaky? If you are ready to Picole, what do you pick for your last choice here?
It is a tough case because I agree, you know, the idea that you need that A hitter, but a lot of those popular candidates are already taken away. You're dealing with the troll as well. Those rolling axes can be annoying. A missed chance on a lot of these heroes that I'm thinking I go back to a Phantom Assassin, but yeah, it doesn't really at the same time seem too good this game. So you're dealing with mobility issues against Clockwork. So again, getting a hero that can have an answer to all three of those things. There's not one that's coming to mind off the top of my head. What about, we mentioned the Chaos Knight, the CK.
Thinking about
what's happened to this hero.
But I feel like he's going to get kited way too hard, right? Because the Clockwork's going to be able to, you know, separate these fights like we talked about.
Yeah.
You've got the lockdown from time.
I mean, he has ways of getting out of that, though, with Reality Rift. So, again, you're not going to have a perfect answer here. So, you're going to be annoyed by at least one of those things.
Oh, yeah.
But... yeah,
I don't think they've been playing CK really over on the side right to Picole either.
No one's been playing CK lately. Until,
It was
but
not
again,
a hero.
this latest patch definitely helped incentivize at least.
Yeah, it did change it up a bit. I think his life steal is like ridiculous now. So he's much better in lane, which is nice. But I'm not sure what they want to go for. They go for the anti-mage, all right.
Anti-mage.
Relatively high attack speed, and you can choose if you want to like go in on it or just blink out as well. It's pretty good.
Counterspells does nothing this game right now.
No,
Does very little.
But it does give him an escape. Does give him the escape. You've got Nature's Prophet. So this is another thing too. Look at the mobility, right? Coming out from Ready to Picole, because you've got Nature's Prophet, who if like a fight breaks out and he's not stuck in it, he can just split push.
Yeah.
You've got Anti-Mage who can blink out. You've got a save coming out from OD as well. So you've got a couple. It's a bit flexible on the side of Ready to Picole, where it feels like Playmakers right now, they're really all in on this team fight. They don't have anything for split push, really.
You forgot the OD, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that on my side? No. Yes.
And then Nature's Prophet. Oh, we get on. Oh, man. J-Marie Lone Druid.
Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Lone Druid.
J-Marie is so good with this here. He is one of the players that
I
consistently,
think it's on your side.
like, will pick it up and do a
Yeah,
lot
it's down
of
in the back. It's down in the middle back, yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. You see?
Got it.
Good way to feel like a nitwit who doesn't know.
So Lone Druid, huh?
Let's see.
Give me their mid-matchup.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's if anything for the OD.
That's
there.
a J-Marie Lone Druid. He's very, very good with this hero.
Okay.
I mean, what are the changes? There were changes for him, right? Like, the Baron?
What did he get?
What are we thinking, though, too,
Off the top
looking
of
at
my
these
head.
drafts? Well, now the drafts are gone, but
From what we remember.
Who are
We still have him
who are
here.
we digging? Who are we digging?
I will never not dig an Ultra Titan, but I really like this bold Clockwork Phoenix opening, and there's no real big answers for it. They can jump a separate off the OD as well. I'm going with the Radiant team over here.
Okay, so you're going with Playmakers. What about you,
Yes.
Breaky?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking through. The mobility of Anti-Mage is actually pretty good this game. They don't have a lot of consistent things to keep them in place. You know, from Clockwork, it's obviously has a way to blink out of that. Lone Druid, the root, sure, but you're relying on RNG. Same thing with the root from Troll. It's a very, you know, you're relying either on these big ultimate kills than a Ravage or that, so I like the Anti-Mage. I think the OD matchup is decent here against Troll as well. I'm going to lean towards our team Popsicles.
All right. I really love whenever I get to see J-Marie play this Lone Druid, but I feel like just the mobility coming out from the side of Ready to Picole with having the Nature's Prophet, the Anti-Mage too, it's gonna, if they can get late enough, I think that's gonna be a huge problem for them, especially too, you've got the OD who's a good solution to the Troll. So I'm gonna go with Ready to Picole. You're on your own this time,
Nice.
Kip. But
Nice.
we will, we'll see for sure. Definitely. I'm excited. This is going to be good. We've got Fogged here in spirit with the Elder Titan. Shout out to Fogged at home. He's been ill,
man.
unfortunately.
Guy travels. I feel like he gets sick every time he travels. But
Yeah, he does not have a very good immune system, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We gotta
But
give.
China also does a number on
Yeah,
everyone.
that's
True. I think everyone was saying
this
afterwards
event,
they
yeah,
got home and
was pretty brutal.
they're all
that.
recovering. But they, you know, it was a good event. Now we're gearing up for Sweden coming up, so it'll be a bit different. That'll be fun. But all right, we got Sword just doing the backstroke over here, and now J. Marie needs a pause. Uh-oh. Classic SA Dota, guys. It's always something.
The production's back there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's been, how long have we been here? We've cast one game, I think, so far.
2.5 hours. This
it's
12-hour shift.
144 hours
fly
to
by,
fill, boys
yeah.
and girls. Easy. It's all going to be just pauses in South America.
Yeah, I've actually... Sorry, this has nothing to do with the game, but it feels like you guys are just sort of spawning a forest of water boxes here.
I just have one, man.
These are from earlier. Yeah, this is empty.
The one that has lipstick on it, that one's mine. That's
This is empty. Oh, I thought that was mine.
Sorry, I know we were the same color lipstick.
At the start, there was one of them, and every time I look there, I swear
got
more
two
water
now.
boxes
So
were
now
spawning.
you guys know how to trigger kips.
Well, first off, let's talk about water boxes. That's another thing. Like this is new to me. I
Really?
come from water bottles, not water boxes.
Yeah, a lot of people do box water because it's actually more recyclable, I believe, than the plastic water bottles.
It's like wine in a box.
Oh, wine in a box.
Classy.
I have canned wine, too.
Why?
Okay,
Why not?
That kind of just broke my brain right there. I'm gonna walk this Tide Hunter now, and in the back of my head will be canned wine.
Canned wine. It's actually pretty good, too, you know? They're stepping up their game on that kind of thing.
Well, you know, if you want alcohol, you can't whine about what form it's gonna come in.
Oh, zing.
You
Nice.
drink wine with a straw?
No, oh god. Do you put ice cubes in your wine?
Oh.
Why not?
Yikes. Yeah, there it is. There's my Schofield clockwork. That's my favorite taunt, actually, in the entire game, too.
Spazzing out.
Yeah, just a little, I like the noise, too, the little whirring.
It is very good.
Yeah, his voice lines actually, you know, playing Dota chess recently kind of reminded me of his voice lines quite a bit. And that beep boop, I'm a robot. Nah, just kidding. That's a good one. Great imitation, I know.
Perfect. Spot on. I actually thought Clockwork was here in the studio with us. Oh, I like the Kakamora, too, that they have for the Nature's Prophet. His little tree, or coconuts, rather. Lara says, peace out. I'll just walk away from you. No big deal.
Yeah, Odie's going to be good for that. And the Arcane Orb.
TP over here. See you later, nerds.
He's going bottom.
Okay, Lenaro's going to go in the offlane, so I guess they don't want to pair up with the Lone Druid that's mid, most
Wait,
likely,
what?
yeah?
TP'd bottom, now he's heading mid. Okay, now he's going back to his bottom. So they're just really unsure. Yeah, they don't know what to expect. It's going to be a troll mid right now, it looks like. Actually, Lone's there too. So this is going to be Lone Druid.
Yeah,
No.
I figured J. Marie would
Okay.
take it mid. That's typically what he likes to do, but they'll send Hiko over in the mid lane to face
Troll
off.
does not want to fight into the OD. So yeah, he goes top. All right, so
And
nice
now
lane
we
swaps.
get, classic South American Dota. Everybody just changing lanes all the time.
Is this... Okay, so they're actually...
I love watching the two of you, like, you're just like, your brains are like, wait,
Yeah,
what's
it's-
happening? I'm just like, this is another
Let
day.
it settle
and-
10 minutes from now.
I am used to the musical chairs thing and the calculations around that only having to do with the side lanes, so seeing them do this on the mid lane kind of broke my brain a little bit, and I wasn't even over the wine thing yet, so...
All that wine talk. That Clockwork, he's fine, but gonna be some harass here. There's that Astral Spirit. Plus damage, baby.
Spanking up that damage for sure.
Going boots first. Gonna run really fast. I can just see every single hit. It's double damage on him right here, plus 100 damage, so. Clockwork has to respect that. So classic
get-
Tide versus NP.
Yeah, it ended up just being the lane that they would have had.
Well, it is extremely hard to win a lane against the Nature's Prophet solo. And I'm not sure how Tide does on that normally. I expect he does okay. But you'd rather not put a hero there that you want to get actual fun.
They're just farming up those cogs too in the bottom lane. That's probably not what they wanted to do too much here, but it's actually interesting looking at it right now. And of course, you know, you've got the help of all those, well, they're not tree babies as I usually call them because they're coconuts, right? So you got the coconuts helping out with that Nature's Prophet CS. But currently sitting at the top, you've got Troll 10-1 and OD 9-3. It's definitely taking a lot of harass here, especially from the Phoenix if you land those spirits well. And Excel does play a lot of Phoenix if I recall correctly, so we'll be able to land that quite nicely. But the harass coming out over on Control going to make sure that he doesn't have that much mana to play around with either.
I gotta believe this is gonna be the ranged Lone Druid. We don't really see the bear Lone Druid lately unless something changed last patch.
Didn't the bear change? Wasn't there a buff to the bear?
Yeah, you did bring that up, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure that there's a buff to the bear. We might see more of the bear. I know like Spiderlings also got changed for Broodmother for like those units too.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
Oh, we've got it here. If you, our friendly observer, Scriff here.
Okay, yeah, no, those aren't changes to be like, okay, we're gonna start.
Theolacor playing with fire there. We've got Nature's Prophet here in the bottom lane now too, as is the Tidehunter. Classic stuff. Lunaro is just taking a swim down the river. And already he goes back mid, so
you can never win the musical chairs against the Nature's Prophet. It's not doable. You're gonna use your TP scroll, he's gonna use his, then you're gonna walk, and then he's gonna TP.
Yep.
I'm gonna be there standing, waiting at you.
Excel's so low. Pika's not gonna be able to go and TP and get that snipe though. He already went bottom with it. Bear's taking a lot of harass here too.
Send it back.
Oh,
there's first blood.
First blood. Bardino taken out.
How does that happen?
Well, you can
well-timed stroke of fate, if I had to guess.
You can put Inkswell on the anti-mage and then blink in with him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which makes it actually...
He must have been low in life in the first place, though, so...
I'm just gonna suicide to tower, go right back to fountain. Although, ooh, anti-mage
that looks like counter.
Yeah. Excel got with the Phoenix, man.
Good instincts there. It's like, oh, you're gonna go suicide? Well, that means your carry's alone.
Not that he would have been able to do much to protect him, honestly. Like, other than maybe get the Inkswell off with, like, the burning coming out from those spirits.
We're still seeing the Vlads, right? Yeah, he is going to go the Vlads on Tide. Despite that nerf to it.
I'm just so confused about why they're still bothering to switch the lanes all the time. You're already getting less farm out of the lanes. Just...
You're talking about PlayMakers? The Radiant? Or...
Like, both sides are still switching their lanes up all the time. Because now we have an OD mid again, I think. Possibly? Yes.
Jeez. And P's going to join? Okay, let's push, they say.
Well, you know, I was talking about mobility, you guys. Remember? I was saying, you know, that's one thing that I really like about Radiant Picole, because I've seen them do this before, where they just put pressure on the map constantly. If they can find an opening, if they can dodge a fight, and just get the better hang out of that.
It's going to be so hard to save this tower, because they're going to be... Yeah, they need to bring in this clockwork as well, because the catapult wave is coming in.
Oh, Excel around the corner here, though. Gonna throw out those flame spirits, put out a little bit of damage. I'm just gonna back him off though. Feels like they want to go in. Like, look at Hiko, he's really just focused on him. Lunaro gonna be able to walk himself away. Yeah, look at it. They popped that shrine. Needs a little bit more damage.
2 seconds.
I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to do. Yeah, the Icarus stack is up. He's just out. See ya.
Yeah, had to pop a Soul Shrine for that. So I still think that's a win for the Nature's Prophet, but obviously staying alive feels pretty good. He's gonna pop his own shrine with OD. Eventually get in there too.
They did not get to have a tower there though with the 5-minute wave, which is something that you often can do with the Nature's Prophet just by virtue of his mobility and the insane tower push that he brings. So that's a good step for the Radiant to at least keep their map control alive, and it's not likely to happen again until that next catapult wave comes in.
All right, I'm just top lane. That's what we're talking about. That Inkswell with the anti-mage being able to blink. Just gonna burn off some of this mana here, and it looks like Katara might be in for a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, the biggest difference there, though, Clockwork wasn't there previously. Yeah. He was, I think, going back for Regen or something. So.
Oh, that stroke of fate hit both of them. Did you see that? Yeah. Oh, so much damage.
Very nice angle.
Yeah, this goes back to the Grimstoke pick. I mean, if you're gonna pick a weaker laner such as an anti-mage, you got to pick a strong support laner. And the Grimstoke, although he's had all these nerfs, he still is one of the better heroes at laning and providing that support, so.
Yeah, anti-mage is going in here. We'll throw out those cogs, just go and farm them up. Oh, the TP coming out though here from Hiko. They're looking for the opening. They've got their eyes over here onto the Clockwork.
No Sprout.
Schofield, he's gonna be able to juke his little robot booty away here, it looks like. Robot, yeah.
Roomba.
I don't know. He is kind of, he could, you know, could be related to a Roomba. I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't know his life. I don't judge.
Still had the catapult on top alive, so yeah, there we go.
7-minute tower.
There it goes.
First catapult wave has been utilized anyway. Very nicely done. From the Popsicle King. I said it correct this time, don't you?
Is it King of Popsicles? Popsicle King? I don't know what the official.
Is it semantics or?
I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to ask someone.
Wanting to enjoy me finally.
I'm enjoying that you said it. No, I am. I respect it.
Okay, good.
Still no anti yet with the Lone Druid, but again, safely assume it's going to be a range build. They went the double Wraith Band and Power Treads, I believe, right now.
Yeah, nothing on the bear just yet.
Level 10, if you can really tell.
Swoop coming through here. They're going to use a lot over here onto Lenaro. Lenaro burning down. He doesn't have that Astral. He's just walking away, though. There's the Ravage coming out. They should be able to find the kill over onto the OD. The Olakor making that TP rotation, but he doesn't have much for mana. He's only sitting at level 5 right now.
And that is not a very good rotation for him then either, because it means he can't burn off the creep waves on mid, so they bring in the Grimstroke instead. And that's actually one of the reasons to pick a Grimstroke at all, is because he's the kind of support who can just hold a wave off a tower pretty much indefinitely. You really have to dive that guy in order to get rid of him.
Always looking for that Echo Stomp. They find the Stomp over here onto the Phoenix. There's going to be the Inkswell popping as well. Just need a little bit more. There's going to be the Fury. He's actually going to be able to make it out with 50-something hit points. Excel Burb God.
Yeah, that was a little miscommunication right there. He put the Inkswell on Nature's Prophet. Oh, Fairy Fire, but not enough. He goes down. However, he's in a bad spot now. Jamari surrounding him, but he's being surrounded by the Treants himself. Schofield coming in, Battery Assault, of course, many things to hit, but he's running on top of Nature's Prophet now.
Ooh.
Jukes are here. Elder Titan with the Stomp, going to help out as well. Now OD in the area puts the Imprisonment down on Clockwork, and that should be the getaway for Nature's Prophet. Looks like that'll be the case, but we're not done just yet, apparently. Elder Titan wants the kill on Schofield still. It ain't going to be enough damage, but now Jamari has to respect this. Is nobody going to die after all this? I think that's going to be the case.
I don't know. It's still going. We're not done yet. They're still scuffling over here. The Olakor taking some of that burning damage. He's going to try to run himself back. They've got the Inkswell over here trying to slow down Damery, and they don't actually manage to kill that Elder Titan, but they find Schofield, and they're going to find themselves J-Marie. That's a kill coming out from Costabile, and they're still looking. Sword's going to take a little nap inside a bubble. In comes Kotaro. Got that troll up and running, but they're going to get a double kill over for Hiko here.
You know, I was going to bring it up too, but the fights kept happening there. The Ravage that they used to kill OD, I don't know how necessary it was. It was one of those, okay, guaranteed, you know, using a solo Ravage like that this early on, it's respectable. But in hindsight, if he had Ravage for that fight, you know, how different could that have fight possibly been? So
yeah, no way the Dire win that. But instead, they just bring all 5 heroes there to the Radiant offlane jungle at like 9 minutes. They get a double kill out of it.
Yeah.
You would have really wanted to have your Ravage right about
this
that.
anti-mage is getting very good farm too. And obviously when you have the AM farming as well as he's doing, as well as another core in the case of Nature's Prophet doing as well as he's doing, definitely favoring Popsicles.
This is coming in again. Let's think about Hiko coming through. Sabile again, he's got a blink. They just don't have really great lockdown for this anti-mage, and he's going to take advantage of that.
I believe I mentioned that.
You did. You did indeed.
We're seeing that from Playmakers, the lack thereof, unfortunately. But Lone Druid, again, it's continued to progress farm on him, and Troll, I don't know what to expect really on Troll this game either, as far as that ability. He's just going to go in the Yasha. We may just see the whole SNY, you know, BKB eventually.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a faster Troll build with having the real heavy farm go towards the Druid. Smoke's going to get popped.
Oh, they don't see. Are they? Oh, no. They'll turn back around the corner. Battery Assault's going to get used over here onto the Grimstroke. The Olakor standing nearby. He's going to punch through some of these cogs. In comes the Spirit Bear. Inkswell will pop, though. Can't get himself far enough away right now. The Olakor trying to run himself back. In comes Hiko. They're looking for any sort of a jump that they can get. Hiko might be in so much trouble right now. Anti-Mage is still standing nearby. There's going to be an egg coming through, and this is what we're talking about. Trying to just slow them down so they can't kill that egg. In fact, Anti-Mage has to run himself out. That's going to be the pop. The Olakor over here now, trying to find himself some moves over here onto Schofield. Schofield in for a lot of trouble, but they managed to find the kill over onto the Olakor. Lenaro's going to be able to find the kill onto Clockwork, and there's a follow-up. J-Marie gets taken down. This is a sloppy fight.
They actually killed the egg in the end, and that had to be 0.1 second, I swear.
I didn't think they were going to make it.
From going off, and that actually saved Anti-Mage, I'm pretty sure, too. He was able to blink away because the egg was destroyed at that 0.1 second mark. Yeah, Nature's Prophet came through.
And the Tide just didn't think you have to come in there because they were using the egg, right? And instead the egg dies and Tide comes in way after it's already done with his Ravage going like, this party's already over.
Well, it was like looking pretty good too. You know, like I said, having Schofield on the Clockwork, he looked like he managed to zone enough where they could get that egg off. But, you know, Anti-Mage, it was very, very close, just like Breaking said. Like another like millisecond, and they would have been able to stun up the AM.
I will say this about Clockwork more so. The battery assault this game is actually really good in terms of stopping abilities. We saw even last fight, the Stroke of Fate, he couldn't cast that. I believe the same thing with Anti-Mage Blink, you know, all these cast time abilities. They cannot get away if he's got the battery assault on top of them. But
there's just too many heroes I feel like he needs to lock down too.
Exactly, yeah. And again, the overall concept of this Radiant lineup, they just don't have enough reliable stun, it feels like, specifically with the Anti-Mage. But Lone Druid, he's going Maelstrom, so pretty much guarantees the range idea.
Still an absolute monster when it comes to taking towers, though.
Oh, yeah. That bear alone without, what does it have, boots on it, I think? Yeah, that's it. But the passive ability, plenty of damage.
I like the positioning coming out here from Schofield. They've got their eyes over on Bardo, and there's it is. There's going to be the hook shot. Grab him right between both of these towers. Inkswell comes out, though. Should be able to stun up Schofield. Will be able to stun up the bear as well, but can't get away fast enough. That's going to be a kill coming out for J-Murray. Soulbind's going to get used, but
it just looks pretty.
We talked about this. You know, it doesn't do much if you don't have anything to bounce off of it just yet. And I mean, we'll see items, I'm sure, coming out, especially like Nature's Prophet. Theolacore just trying to be a pain in the butt, not going to land that stomp.
Actually, Abyssal Blade on Anti-Mage way down the line.
That's true.
That could be pretty big.
That's a good potential right there.
It takes so long, though.
And there's double Mana Void. We didn't really, that was the last pick, so that is something that stands out too.
That dodge coming out here from Troll. That looked like it was going to connect on that.
Although Mana Void, this game actually isn't even really that strong, is it? There's not really an obvious target that you're looking to use it on. No one has the most intelligence. Mana pool.
I like how you had to qualify that statement like mana
Just
pool.
to be clear, I'm talking about the
that would have been a sick burn otherwise, right?
Stats within the game here.
Yeah, I was just mentally combining. What am I saying here, man?
Words.
Comparing all of these mana pools.
Oh.
Nope.
Double damage snipe here coming out from Theolacore.
Yeah.
Kotaro would have loved that.
Is that a medallion I believe we saw on Tidehunter? Yep. He's got the medallion follow up to the Vlads. Again, Vlad's got that nerf last patch with the whole headdress no longer being part of it, but in this fight continuing, Schofield going in. Chase Theolacore, but unable to get the cog trapped. Just more so pushes him out. We'll call it a zoning cog.
Yep.
Allows for the tower kill.
It's very good. And they're trading their bot tier 1 for mid here, which is an excellent trade in pretty much every case.
But Kips, do you think actually the power of Vlad's is still, obviously it's not as strong, but do you almost expect to still see it on the same heroes?
Yeah, especially since, you know, the offlane pool hasn't really changed. We're not seeing people switch into LC yet or into, I don't know, for example, Night Stalker or something like that.
Ooh.
So, for now, yeah, same heroes, same kind of build, and Vlad's is just still such a strong team.
This is a dead Troll.
Likely.
This is a very dead Kotaro. Cancel that TP, Tidehunter. You don't want to be there, Tidehunter.
He doesn't have Battle Trance yet.
Tidehunter?
He's fine.
Are they going to just let him walk away? All right.
This.
I thought they were going to go in and, like, take him out. I guess they're concerned, right? Because they're
Level
fighting around the
10, no Battle Trance. That is questionable right there. I think it's very, especially with how action-packed this game has been, the mobility of the Styre team. I mean, if this is a very passive game, but you can't fight, but you're going to be involved, as you saw right there, like whether you want to or not.
But isn't it better to try to just like dodge the fight if possible?
Sure. I mean, Battle Trance at the same time, against OD it is pretty rough because you pop Battle Trance, he just puts you under.
Yeah.
And so maybe he's thinking that logic, but...
You don't really get to not fight, though, especially not if you have a lone druid who you're going to be giving priority towards the farm, which has been happening right now. He's been getting the best spots on the map, which means that if you're a troll, you're going to get the second best spots, which is the ones that are going to be ganked, usually.
It's classic J-Murray, though, the way that he plays his heroes. He just usually, if they run into too many issues, he's just going to straight up split push for the most part, and he's going to play
Medallion
very greedily.
Here we go.
This team is really good. Oh, they have double Medallion. Yeah, he's pointing that out there. Medallion on both Tide and Clockwork. Usually you don't see that.
This is scary though, right? Because like you usually, they have an Elder Titan. That's like the best hero that like cancels out stuff that's going on in the pit. Although if you kill him off, it makes the things a little bit easier. Grimstroke coming in though. He's going to try to go throw out that Bing Swell. Should be fast enough to get the Theolacore out. The hook shot comes through though. Can they finish him off? Yeah, they'll find the kill. They're going to lose Schofield for this though. Absolutely. There's going to be a Mana Void. And they're going to actually just walk away from this pit. You see that the... rotation came out for, and they just take out Kotaro. That is not what you want right now.
Clockwork got way too distracted. OD just took advantage. Ravage gonna come out though. Can they at least kill OD? Astral Imprisonment coming back up. He put somebody else under, not himself. And he goes down shortly after. So he at least gets taken out. They're pinging Congo or Roshan, wow. But
whoa.
they
We've got
where did that come from?
Left.
I know. What event is this? Anyways. Still up, but he's way too much life, and they have other objectives to worry about, of course. So. Yeah,
normally I wouldn't mind a Clockwork dying that far in at all, as long as nobody was actually following him. He was just making space there, making sure that that entire avenue of approach was getting cut off. But instead, the Tidehunter went with him, and the pit's unprotected.
Thought Hiko was going to be able to break some ankles there, but nope.
They might want to try to go for that Roshan now. He's still about half life, I want to say.
You still have an Elder Titan, though. I don't know if you can do that. I think you need to at least take him. They don't have Ravage
But with
anymore,
a medallion and a troll, and Gush for that matter, like they can kill it quickly.
The fear that came out, they cancel out that Echo Stomp. They actually take down Theo. Okay, I would say now they can get in that pit.
Yeah.
Now they can do it.
No Sanity's Eclipse.
There's no Hiko for another like 13 seconds or so. They've got the Vlads, they've got the medallion.
That's a lot of int on the OD, but you're right, without the Eclipse, that's not going to matter too much. So instead, it's just anti-mage, bottom tier 2.
This is smart, though.
For a rush. And they actually can keep him off of that with the...
I think he could have played a little.
Honestly, and again, that's one of those, if you're Popsicles here on the Dire side, it feels like that was inevitably going to happen. You have Gush, you have Medallion, you have Troll, one of the best Rosh takers in general. They're going to kill Roshan ideally earlier on. It's just a matter of how long you make them take. The fact that they kind of got them to reset, Costabile was able to push that bottom tier 2 as a result too. I think they're actually pretty satisfied with how it ultimately played out there.
It's pretty worthwhile.
But you do have an Aegis now. And is he going the Basher still on Troll? I believe I saw that earlier. Yeah, he's going to go the Basher. It's still so weird seeing that, but obviously with the change to him,
I just still want to know where this net comes from. It just does not fit his character, right? He's like, I'm an angry troll. Like I'm gonna bash into my axes, and then just
I was about to say, we've had this discussion before. He's a man. He's got pockets. He keeps it in his pockets. I know that we don't know about what stuff can fit in your pockets, but
the man, he's got pockets. There you go.
Man, that fear spell's been doing work. Every time the Theolicor goes for like an Echo Stomp, it gets canceled out. It does look like they found themselves a Phoenix over here, but Excel gonna be able to flap those little birdie wings away. And Schofield just gonna wave goodbye to Anti-Mage as he walks by.
You know, Naga pulls her net out of her purse.
Oh gosh.
She doesn't have a purse though.
But she doesn't.
Oh, you don't see it on her?
No, I don't see it on her.
I totally see it on her.
What cosmetics have you guys been using in before we have a troll with cargo shorts? Inkswell gonna get used over here coming out from the Grimstroke, and he's just trying to move himself way fast enough, but it's not going to be able to. It's going to be the Tidehunter who gets up with that Anchor Smash.
Basher does make a lot of sense, though, on Troll. Going back to that item, again, the idea that you're dealing with this anti-mage, your crowd control in general is not the greatest right now, and it's still not the most reliable, of course, and he could even upgrade that to an Abyssal Blade himself eventually. It's not that we see it often on Trolls, but honestly, this game, depending on how difficult it's feeling, he may go...
Well, they need the lockdown. They need the lockdown.
No, I would not be surprised to see it.
Man, Lunaro just going right on in here. Actually forces out the egg. In fact, Hiko cancels out that teleportation. I think if you're... Oh, the Clockwork, though. They've got to get out the fear. Yeah, that's going to be it. Lunaro, you dove too deep, my friend. You can't get away from that.
It's getting a little bit cheeky with that haste rune.
But again, you've got this great split pushing lineup coming out. You've got Hiko, you've got Costabile over here. They're just going to take this tower. They say, all right, you took out our OD. We're not thrilled about it, but we'll get an objective. We'll make something happen out of it.
Yeah, it does feel like they're getting a little too confident, though. We had the Nature's Prophet getting picked off right before that. OD going extra deep, which just felt unnecessary right there. So, sure, they're making space with this anti-mage, but it almost seems unnecessary with how much they're doing right here as far as splitting up.
It's going to be the silence being thrown out. Phantom's embracing. Swell will connect, and that's a dead troll. It does have that Aegis there. It's going to be the hook coming in, though, from... Oh, man. They're going to try to use the Soulbind. They have nothing to really connect it to, and they're just all going to walk away now. They burnt the Aegis. They seem happy enough with it. And look, Katara's just too slow right now. He's trying to just poke away over at Theolicor, trying to chase Hiko, but he's going to be able to go and just throw up those trees. Stroke of Fate coming through. He's out. See you later.
Yeah, good distraction there as you see Anti-Mage pushing mid.
I guess you turn this into a push now. You could even threaten high ground here, although I don't think they have...
They don't have Aegis, so... I don't know if you want to push your luck right now, do you?
I mean, you have
no egg.
siege at a distance. Yeah, that's the bigger problem for me, the fact that the egg is down right now. I think they still had a Ravage to cover it up, but...
Yeah, I think wait for the next Roshan. It goes back, their team is very good at killing Roshan, so that seems like the most safest play. If anything, get all the outer towers destroyed. I think it's the middle and the top still. Or actually just the middle that remains here on the Dire side, so...
Yeah, so even with this split pushing anti-mage on the side lanes, it is actually the Radiant side that's getting the best out of the tower trade still. And especially useful is that their bottom tier 2 is still alive. Is not for nothing.
Not for long, though, it looks like.
It's sort of a meme, I guess, you know, trade bot tier 2 for Roche if you're Radiant. And as long as that tower is still up, you can't actually get forced back because your racks are not in trouble yet.
Type of like, oh, you go over in the corner, finds himself a J-Marie.
BKB on Anti-Mage, by the way, is what he's building here. That's a curious item to me because this is not a game that screams BKB to me. There's still plenty that goes through it, from the bash procs to the clockwork hookshot even and tangle. So it's just, I just don't know 100% what BKB is really doing for him this game.
It's gonna secure him the egg kill.
Is that so? That's really it, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they don't have a good solution for that, like you were saying, except for maybe the Nature's Prophet.
They can't really, the attack slows are all not gonna take, so they really have to properly attack him, stun him, whatever.
Oh, this is big. They pick up a gem over on the Grimstroke too. They're gonna start to starve them out for any sort of information on this map. Gotta be careful he doesn't die though, of course. It's on the courier right now.
Wait, Basher coming out? Who's that for? Was that on the Dire Crew that I just saw? It is Anti-Mage. Okay, yeah. So he actually completes the Basher first before the BKB. Okay. Oh, he's in trouble.
There's the Bashes like we're talking about. Can he get himself out? The Manta comes through. Oh, last second, he's so low. 60-something hit points. Run, Anti-Mage.
He's not 20 either, so the cooldown is still a little bit longer.
Creeps. Gonna give a whina.
Yeah, that was a close call right there.
Yikes.
Cooldown on Rocket Flare is low, but not that low, sadly.
So yeah, going Basher himself, a little more aggressive play there from the Anti-Mage. And allow him to combat. I mean, he still doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with the Troll, of course, but...
Well, you're hoping that, the rest of your team is behind you and they can kind of distract him enough or get something done, right? Again, lots of mobility coming out from this team, being able to, throw Troll into the bubble when he's going into that ultimate there, or just, sending these tree babies over at the tower.
Yeah, and the Nature's Prophet
feeding them to Tidehunter.
He has purchased a BKB, so he can actually guarantee himself a TP out, unless he gets hook-shotted all of his split pushing adventures.
It feels like Schofield's got to do so much this game.
Yeah, he needs to do everything.
He's trying real hard here, but I just think they needed...
He's building a Solar Crest, and so he is actually upgrading his. I don't think Ty's going to upgrade his. Probably just stick on the medallion there. Yeah, he's going Guardian Greaves. But Solar Crest would be nice to have. BKB on OD as well.
Still such a close game, too. Look at it's like a 1K, less than 1K.
Yeah, it's been really close all this time. I like that the Tide is going to Guardian Greaves, by the way. He sticks to being, this offlaner role, even though he has been in the mid and he's, decently farmed. So no... But he knows he has two very farm-heavy cores already, so no saving for a Desolator here, even though that might have been way more funny.
Bill's got his own BKB now. So that's gonna even up, especially, being afraid to deal with the OD, or of course the Elder Titan.
I think Anti-Mage going the Basher makes a lot more sense too, especially to get on top of that Lone Druid. Gets on top of him, and again, the eventual Abyssal Blade, but even with the Basher, it really brings in that kill threat to have against the Lone Druid possibly, so. Yeah, gonna go the BKB still. He is level 20, and the point that brought that up earlier, where now he has that 2.5 second blink cooldown. Minus that is, so yeah, it makes it a 3.5 second.
He's so hard to pin down.
Yep, and they're already
exactly what they need.
Yeah, already having so much trouble with that, so.
Yeah.
Phoenix coming top. They're trying to kill the Nature's Prophet. Hook shot maybe, not the best angle right here. He's gonna go for the TP play, and the cock's out of range. Yeah, using the creeps to his advantage too. He did not allow for the hook shot.
Nice. Smart.
Very cleverly done. There's a lot of heroes committed, and the Anti-Mage is killing the wave in between here as well, so pushing off with it's going to be extremely hard as well.
This Anti-Mage is a chonker.
Yeah, he is getting big.
He's pretty big. How are they gonna, I just feel like there's so many solutions to what PlayMakers have drafted here. Because you're putting a lot of pressure on this Troll, dishing out a lot of damage, and of course, J-Marie, we haven't really seen much of him
at all, I was going to bring that up. Where the heck has Lone Druid been? I mean, his impact has been very little so far. Objective pushing has been great, and obviously he's second net worth in the game behind the Anti-Mage. But no, I'm with you there. It's the second Roshan. I go back to that. This is that power play point for PlayMakers. They need to get a smoke play here, ideally get a gank, go to Roshan, or even just smoke into the Roshan pit when you push your lanes out possibly here at this bottom lane. They need that though. If they do not get Roshan here, then I do not see them having much of a chance in this game beyond that.
Yes, but they lost that tier 2 tower bot in the interim, so it means that the pressure on their bot racks is on. And that makes it very hard to actually group up as 5. You know that your axe is going to be under threat all that time. And his anti-mage is so farmed, he can take it so fast.
Yeah, they know that Roche is up and running too.
Yeah, and see the Dire is, of course, very aware of that as well.
Another BKB coming out here from the OD. They want to make sure that they can just get in these fights and they can just mess as much as they can.
It's not in my nature, but...
This full-on Slice Schofield over here is a brave little toaster, but I think he needs to be a little careful.
Underrated movie, man.
That is a terrifying movie. I went back and tried to watch that.
Movie. What?
Yeah, do you remember the scene where the clown, like the nightmare that the toaster has, and then when the like the air conditioner commits suicide, basically?
I remember the garbage control, like the crushing thing.
That was scary too. That's actually a terrifying thing.
You're right now. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I guess it was pretty terrifying.
It's really scary. The vacuum ends up like swallowing his own cord by accident at one point. Right. It is dark.
You know what we're talking about, Gibbs, by the way?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, Ravage just used again on just Lenaro.
See ya.
All right, they got that
Here's
kill.
Here's that Roshan attempt. They got to get Roshan out of this.
Yeah, but they're going to lose something out of it. They're going to lose a building out of their base. Like, they can't.
They need to go Roche. Fast.
I mean, they've got Bear, they've got,
yeah,
you know,
they
Troll.
do it quick, so I think it's, even if you lose a tier 3, I think it's worth it, because that's just how important this
AM's just cutting waves
Roshan
into
is.
base.
That is a very early fortify.
Where's the Olicor? Where's my boy, Elder Titan? Throw it out that, oh, he's getting bullied by the Bear. He's just going to get feared away. Nice play by Jamer with that. Nice thing.
Well done.
And they're not even going to lose a tier 3, so that's fantastic.
All right.
PlayMakers.
All right, PlayMakers, making them plays. I like it, living up to the name.
Okay, so MKB and Lone Druid, yeah. Go with the Maelstrom now. And his own BKB.
We haven't really seen him in a team fight for a while now, but this man deals so much damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to just get in range of him for anyone but the anti-mage.
Yeah, and I was thinking the Butterfly earlier as a follow-up now for the anti-mage, but was already seen that MKB. I don't know if he goes for that. He's just going to go on the Abyssal Blade at least first.
Yeah. Have the team smoked up behind him, though. He's looking over here at this Phoenix. Jump forward. It's a dead bird.
Good synergy. Phoenix, no buyback, 50 seconds. They're going to push. I mean, the lane's right here, so this is going to be a nice transition. And they're the ones that don't have the Aegis, remember.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're playing very aggressive. And again, they had the nice stomp coming out. Connects over onto Sword here.
I guess they're not going to go all the way. Push out the mid lane instead. Keep that top lane in check. As they would be fighting into an Aegis, so it's a little more concerning.
Nice scout out there from the Clockwork. Knows that the Grimstroke is TP'd over. It just feels like cat and mouse right now, right? It just feels like one person starts poking, the other team tries to respond. Like they've got, you know, J. Marie especially on the Lone Druid, and then you've got the Troll kind of just shifting around. You've got an AM, you've got the Nature's Prophet. Lenaro was going a little too YOLO on some of these plays, though, honestly. Although they keep using a Ravage every single time on him, it feels, when it's up, and it's just him. So I guess you're not too upset about it, as long as they can't take an objective.
The Ravage hasn't been getting used for anything else either. They're really keeping it. I feel like both teams are kind of scared to threaten the other's high ground, because on one hand, like, the Dire team has just this big anti-mage, and you kind of want to not have to fight him. On the other hand, the Radiant has these team fight abilities that as Dire you really wouldn't want to have, well, be used at the same time, for example.
God. Troll
we're at like a stalemate here. Yeah, everyone has a BKB and nobody's used it yet.
Well, there's that too. Yeah, in the MKB they just picked up, but yeah, BKB. That's a good point. We really haven't seen that come into play yet.
That's a big smoke was there. There's no vision over there. All right. Oh, Lenaro, is this going to be another Solar Ravage just for you, buddy? There it is. I called it. All right, no Ravage. Ravage down, boys.
They're chasing for more.
4v5 though, and yeah, chasing for more. Schofield going out with the battery assault, going to be stunned up by the Inkswell. Echo Stomp coming out as well. The Soulbind put out, and actually that Scythe on top, and the Lone Druid is dead. No, he gets the cheese off at the last second. They're going to stay alive, but BKB going to be popped, but he is still dropping. Gets some supporting castle, the Supernova in the backlines as well, and Anti-Mage has to respect it. He blinks out. OD did buy back at the beginning of this, and now he's just finally getting to the fight, so we're not done just yet as Grimstroke does go down. And now Troll, he's going toe-to-toe. He has an Aegis, remember, already using that Battle Trance. Nice Astral Imprisonment. Puts Anti-Mage under, so they get the Aegis use. Anti-Mage, he has to get out of there, though. That'll start out with the opening Ravage for the solo kill. ends up only being a 2-for-1 with the buyback, which wasn't even really the one kill because he had the Aegis. So yeah, very good fight for Playmakers.
It was all on their turf though, so they're not going to get anything done after this.
Was that enough? Because now you've got two massive team fight abilities. Oh, we've got a sheep stick picked up on Hiko too.
Yeah, I saw that with the Soulbind.
Yeah, that's great.
So
that's
they have
great.
the scythe
They
on
finally
top
have
of the
something
Abyssal
that
Blade.
kind of goes along besides the Abyssal, yeah.
They, yeah, that helps. It really ramps up the potential use of Soulbind there.
It's going to be a rotation coming up from Hiko over here. They're looking over. Oh, the jump forward. They're going to just bash that birdie. Follow up with dropping the hammer. And Schofield might be in for a little bit of trouble. Nice sleep coming out here from Theolacore. They're going to just jump right forward, try to take down this bear. Don't quite have enough damage, though. And comes the troll. He's got that BKB. Now Hiko needs to be a little bit careful. He's lagging behind. He's got his own BKB. He's going to turn back around, try to man fight over here. Can he get the kill over on Schofield? He's not finding it. The bird trying to heal him up as much as he can. They will find the kill, but they will take out Hiko. And now the OD, he's already popped his own BKB. Rest of the team trying to move themselves away now.
Double imprisonment there. But yeah, you saw again, Battle Trance was popped. It just barely got the kill on Nature's Prophet, but the imprisonment came out right after. And so that whole Battle Trance essentially wasted as far as the damage goes. Allowed them to kite away. So they get Elder Titan in the end, but again, kind of answering your question earlier, I truly feel like that second Roshan, even though they won that fight in a sense, they didn't get really any objective out of that Aegis and the cheese for that matter. So that is concerning now for Playmakers moving forward, because this anti-mage, he will be a massive threat. It goes without saying as we continue to come back to. Troll, sure, he can keep building up his items, the same thing with Lone Druid, but I just don't know if they're going to be able to get that ultimate answer of an item to deal with him in the end.
Did get a blink picked up on Troll here too now.
That's
so
good.
He can chase.
He needs the Abyssal, I think. I honestly, I'm almost surprised he's not going the Abyssal Blade because, again, Anti-Mage is the biggest issue, and that's an item that would truly help you against him.
You want the blink and the Abyssal, just get right in there, get it done, because, again, they keep using the Ravage on just a solo OD every single time. Poor Lenara is probably like, man, what's up with this watermelon? Like, why does this keep happening to me?
It's so hard for them to get an
okay, he's got a refresher now, so, you know.
Double Ravage, yeah.
Double Ravage.
Now I can use it twice on him.
Yeah, they're trying to just take down this bear. Everything in the kitchen sink over here.
Not the biggest, gets 300 gold, so they'll take that. But again, not the end of the world. If you're Lone Druid, he's building range build, so still wants the bear up, of course.
Got it up.
Also gave away briefly the location of their entire team there.
That's true. It's a lot of information.
Like, now you know for sure that they're not on top anywhere, and you can just freely move into there with your troll.
Have they spotted out that there's a double Ravage now is the question. Oh, there's first Ravage going to get used.
No
they're going to follow up. There's going to be the BKB, though. They'll turn back around. Surprise! Egg's going to come out, though, and they're going to try to chip it down as fast as they can. They've got the Soulbind on, and I don't think they realize that they're all tethered up. They'll take it down. And now it looks like Troll's going to be held into place there. It is the double Astral Imprisonment coming out, followed up with the Earth Splitter, but it's not going to work out. Oh, no!
Yeah.
That is a...
Wouldn't have killed him or anything, but yeah, that was a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
As far as the synergy goes. So yeah, Grimstark, he buys back. These fights seem pretty epic, Moxie, but there's only a couple of people dying each of these fights. That was one on either side right there. So they're good at surviving, I suppose, ultimately. Yeah, tied down there, I was looking for the animation. He did not end up using the refresher.
Nope, not yet.
Fight. So he's going to try to hold off for another 100 seconds before he has to activate it. But we'll see if they give him the time for that.
Well, that was BKBs used on both sides, too, quite a bit. So that's going to be...
Oh, they found a Nature's Prophet. He was getting pinged out by the Clockwork already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Blink Dagger on Troll, a fantastic pickup. I think the Eye of Scotty.
Well, Theological Taro.
Blink Dagger doesn't help you.
In comes Stabile. He is not done yet. Hiko coming through. They've got the Rise on Tamer. They're shooting the Force out, and they've got the BKB popped over on the Lone Druid. Tamer's bear, though, not going to be quite as lucky. They're just chipping away at this poor little guy.
No buyback Troll. He's out for 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's big.
We're going to finally start seeing them siege, and I don't know if the Radiant can do much about it. They do have a Ravage, right? Well, the refresher.
They have the refresher, yeah. Lenara was already...
It's 60
only has eyes for this watermelon.
But with Troll dead, no Supernova, do you really want to refresh to use that Ravage? It's like, it's that mind game now. I mean, they have to get tier 3 out of this, right? There's no way they don't get tier 3.
Oh, Troll's down for 40-something seconds. I don't know. I feel like they're just a little bit too shy about this. Yeah. They're coming back in with the creep wave, though, so... Got that Astral Spirit. They need to get a good stomp. They can get a good stomp in this. He's walking around, he's looking over here, and there's going to be AM doing some split pushing. There's BKB popped over here on Hiko. They landed a nice stomp like we talked about. In comes the Earth Splitter. It's going to grab them all together. The Abyssal's going to get thrown out. There's another Ravage though. They'll follow up with that egg, and they're going to try to chip down Hiko, taking a lot of damage here. I think he's going to fall, actually. No, still alive, but they will actually end up losing Theolacor. They'll lose Hiko as well, and now AM is toast.
He was chasing Lone Druid that whole time, and the Mana Void, I go back to that point, the Mana Void just does no damage against this team. He used it, almost expecting it to kill the Lone Druid. It didn't, and he just kept running after him, and eventually ended up going down to 3 spots, and now Troll's going to cut off Grimstroke. What just happened? Playmakers. They hold, they turn. I don't know if I should credit them or more so just, you know, baseball.
That was a 3-2-2, I think, with that chasing link.
Yeah. Anti-Mage got way too focused there.
But the Anti-Mage does not need to die. And in general, I feel like the way that the Nature's Prophet just pops his BKB, walks in there, walks up the high ground, gives his entire team the wrong idea. Like, so if you make a move like that, right, everyone's going to feel like, all right, you're doing that, I guess we got this, I guess we're going. And that just infects everyone to the point where they, well, get split up, do not have enough damage to take either the buildings or the heroes. And yeah, they're going to lose their last outer tower themselves here without taking a tier 3 on the other side.
Oh, nope, not going to connect here.
See Scriff pointing out there, Lincoln's picked up on Lone Druid, and I don't think that came into play on the Mana Void. I'm pretty sure he still got the Mana Void off. It just, again, did minimal damage against him, but they're going to push mid tier 3 now. And who would have thought Playmakers is going to be the first team to get a tier 3 after how this game was shaping up here?
Not me, I must say.
Oh, Theolacor, he's trying to climb his way into that well, but this battery support staff will come out from the OD.
Anti-Mage 10 seconds. Again, that really awkward spot of like you don't want to buy back. He probably won't, of course, at this point, but they cannot fight without him.
Oh, they've almost got Schofield over here. Oh, and they get the gem back. All right, that's a small victory, but they do lose a tower and have a Rax here. Oh, wow, yeah. Now look at that. 43 hit points left. Oh, Bourbon for trouble again. That's one Phoenix that's not going to be reborn. Not for 70 seconds.
Yeah, they did have buyback on the Clockwork, so they did do that on purpose, although I must say I don't agree with just straight up throwing the gem there. Like, the move is good, buying the time there, but a gem is a bit of a big price to pay.
Hunt the bear.
It's hunting season, man.
What's the Ravage cooldown right now? Because if he doesn't have Ravage, then with Phoenix dead...
4 seconds.
It's okay. It is going to be
It'll
back
be okay.
up, so. With Ravage, it's a different story.
Like, in general, you have to think about, especially on the mid lane.
If they kill... Oh, baby. That is one dead troll.
Yeah, that sanity clip so good. And you see the level 20
and a double damage
well.
on the anti-mage too. Like,
and I wanted to talk about how, you know, if you kill the mid wave, you buy yourself 30 seconds. But they're going to buy themselves about 30 seconds more now because this troll is dead for a long time.
Yeah.
I really don't think you want to buy back.
J. Marie, pausing the game. Sure. Did you guys know? Don't be afraid to experiment by playing an unfamiliar hero.
Yeah,
screw
you know, yes. I was about to say, you know, I'm not afraid, but my teammates aren't happy.
You just
support Luna, man. I'm gonna do it.
And unranked,
you can't stop me.
Unranked, okay, but if you're playing ranked, don't do that. Come on, that's horrible advice.
How dare you tell Valve that they are giving you terrible advice? Look at this anti-mage in the top lane. Nice cogs coming out from Schofield, trying to do something here, trying to push him back.
Verdun is much smarter this time because they're assaulting the base on all sides now, and they can't keep it in the waves everywhere.
Yeah, they only have one Ravage, obviously. Or, he might have two now.
Oh, the stop at the last second! Theolacor, he's going to pay for this. He's going to die, but they managed to get the tower. Already Nature's Prophet is dipped. They moved their way up to the top lane. They're trying to do some more damage. They get the Soulbind out. Hookshot's not going to connect over here. Tidehunter, he's looking for an opening. Does he? Yeah, he's got a Ravage up if they want to try to use it, but I think he wants to hold on to it. Troll's going to be up in about 11 seconds. Does have buyback now. There's the Force Staff up over to the high ground. Grimstroke trying to juke himself away. In goes AM again. He's just going to cut down this. Oh, that's a dead burb.
Yeah, he's spending a lot of time doing that. He is able to get away from the Lone Druid, however.
I mean, that BKB, like Kip said, it ensures that he can take down the egg.
Yeah.
No problemo. This is a dead Grimstroke, I have a feeling.
Grim's still alive.
He was
you know. Bound to die. That's Anti-Mage is like using him as a sacrifice right there. And
he's striking some ankles, man, clearly.
So
he's got some skills. It's an old soul
Radiant
there.
have lost half HP on their mid tower and both of their side lane towers, but they are at least still holding on to all of their racks.
This has been such a close game, like constantly just... Aim's like, all right, this isn't working. Bye.
That's really interesting, by the way. The 25 talent that Lone Druid picked up right there. The attack time of the bear, being that he's not building up the bear. However, that's just purely for the entangle procs. Got to assume. And again, lockdown against anti-mage specifically. So the other choice. What is his other choice at 25? I actually forget. Okay, the grant spell immunity. That's right. Okay. Wait, no, that was. Okay, that was him then. I thought that's a battle trance at first. I was like, wait, what?
Wrong hero.
Yeah.
Wrong hero. That'd be pretty ridiculous.
I guess spell immunity to this game, yeah, it's not crazy good, but I don't know. Clearly, again, it goes back to the crowd control. They feel like they need more.
This is pretty big, though. If they get this Roach, they're going to be able to just run on in, and it's already pretty hard to take down the anti-mage anyways, but...
Something else I did see as well, speaking of talents, 25 on anti-mage, he went the mana void cooldown. And I kept reiterating that it doesn't feel like it's doing a whole lot for him this game, but counterspell itself isn't necessarily doing plenty either.
Oh, they got the bash.
That's what they're hoping for.
I mean, I would have thought it was pretty unfair if he didn't get that bash at that point.
Considering how fast he was hitting her.
It was a lot, yeah.
Just like, oh, I'm done with this game.
So Roshan tier 3 up though, and again, the Radiant team definitely the more favorite as far as the hero lineup, but positioning right now, a nice blink from Tide. He's going to be good for now. OD, is he over pursuing this? Scythe, he gets forced staffed away. The Ravage coming out once again on top of him, puts the gut shot as well. The refresher pop just in case, but the kill OD, and he's out for 120 seconds right now. Anti-Mage blinking out. Not going to overcommit. In fact, he's going to go towards the bottom lane. Yeah, they got a creep push in.
Yeah, it is all the way on the racks. And these buildings are down. You can throw a rocket flare at that, but... All right.
That's what he wanted.
Yep.
He got 2 TP. Only 1 TP, actually. Tide stayed, and so with Troll there, he's able to clean it up.
He's got a refresher shard this time, too.
Phoenix.
I don't think it's going to work long enough on Phoenix, honestly. I think you're better off putting it on the Tide Hunter and getting another one.
Name gets out. Close call there. However, Elder Titan, probably a different story unless... Nice force staff.
Oh, the sheep.
We'll connect,
Oh,
and they're going to let him
guys,
They say, you know what?
you didn't finish him off yet.
We like you.
You're still on the clock, boys.
This game, I feel like I should continue to feel confident for Popsicles, but they cannot break through the base ultimately. They're having trouble with it.
And now they're just waiting for these Radiant heroes to show, and they actually picked the right spot because this Lone Druid was waiting there, but no.
No, he got those booties to travel up now.
Booties of travel.
Booties of travel.
Buyback Elder Titan. OD has one. You have the Aegis, cheese on Troll though. I mean, you have to defend here. Yeah, you got to buy back on OD.
And this anti-mage can't actually trade fast enough, which is not a situation anti-mages usually find themselves in.
Guys, you need some creeps in that base.
Yeah.
You don't do enough. Well, they forced the TPs, though.
What?
They get a free gem on the ground. All right, Hiko's got to be pretty happy about that. Uses the sheep. He's going to try to get out.
No bash.
Oh,
Well, he has an Abyssal Blade, right?
Oh,
I think he used an Abyssal Blade there. Unless he hasn't purchased it yet, but I know that. Okay, he doesn't have it yet. Never mind. So that was simply a bash bro.
Bash bro here. AM's got to use that super defensively just to get himself out. And look at this. Look at Schofield. He's looking. He's not going to find it, though.
God, Moonshard on the anti-mage. Another 5,000 gold saved up.
Just casual, you know.
What else does he need? Again, Butterfly, maybe not the strongest this game. I almost want to say just something to just raw damage. MKB himself might not be a bad option.
Was that a Ravage?
Oh, but there was a BKB. No, it doesn't matter. They still are able to find that Grimstroke, though. And he should have another refresher. Obviously, over here, cutting the wave, trying to slow them down just a little bit. And there's going to be the buyback. There's 2 buybacks coming out. Oh, my God.
2.
Fake coming through. Does he have an egg? Nope. He's just simply going to Acre Strike forward. Ravage is ready.
He could still refresh a shard for that egg. He popped it just now.
Okay. Anti-mage comes in the flank and...
Look at all those. Look
oh my God.
Oh,
That damn Hurricane Pike. Yeah. Feeling like he had to use that cheese. Close call there. He still has Aegis. Plenty of time left on the blink. He gets sheeped. He's in trouble. If you get a bash proc on top of this, can they get it? Yes, they get the 1 bash proc. Lockdown. Counterspell going to be popped though on the BKB. And eventually, gets bashed once again. Manchester, however, in react. Now comes the set into the clips. And the double mana void takes out at least 1 or 2. Clockwork and Tide to both die. Tide does buy back though. He did not. He still has a Ravage ready to go. Remember, Nature's Prophet. He's got caught in the middle of this fight right here, and he's going to try to get away. Savage Roar, however, but he's good for now. Engine to run. Elder Titan, not so good. Bash proc comes through. A Troll going to be put under.
Not dead, but
Oh, this is...
very close.
They have the kill here. Do they
Sunray.
gonna be able to take down Kotaro? Kotaro?
He wants to die. He's like, pop my Aegis, please. They're not going to do it. That's kind of smart.
One tier 4 left. Nobody to kill the waves anymore except for the anti-mage.
PlayMakers
Look how
pushing
fast
for the
it's
win.
going down. This is looking real good right now
This
for
might be
PlayMakers.
it.
This is going to be the last hurrah. Find the bird, take him down. They've got the sheep up over running here. Can they get the kill over? Yeah, they'll be able to find the kill over onto J. Marie.
Soul in.
And they're gonna just take down the Stroll again. Another Ravage coming out
Yeah, he
here.
has to
Kotaro. They've got to fight. They've got to get back in here. Savion trying to find this opening. Hiko pops his own BKB. They're just going. He's looking for another bash if he can, but he's gonna get holed up over here in the trees. There's gonna be the sheep coming out. They're gonna be able to take him down. Can they get him? He's so close to death here. Kotaro trying to walk his
troll
way out. They
anti-mage. What are you
can't. They're
doing?
trying to focus. Focus, boys. Oh my word. Schofield is an escape artist, but he goes right into the arms of Gustavo. He's looking for the opening. Nice cog. Should be able to buy him a little bit more time. Hiko, though, turns his attention. What's going on? Why are you farming over there, buddy? What you doing there, Tide? Blinks on out.
Gotta catch
What is
somebody
happening?
here.
This is some clown fiesta, I
Another cock
swear.
in 2 seconds, though. Am I coming to play? Yeah,
Nah,
it's not going to be
someone's
enough.
dead. He's out.
Okay, so last fight, big thing there is that Troll got stuck in his own clockwork cog initially. He then ran out, and then he got sprouted up after the fact. So there was a good 5-6 seconds to look at that purchase to find Rapier
We
or
are
Anti-Mage.
talking about damage.
Raw
Damage,
damage at its
baby.
finest. And I love it here. It's you kind of have to be all in. You're going up against a Troll and exposed Ancient. This is your win play.
Now they don't have
First with that.
Ravage. They've got Phoenix Egg, but they should have the they do have the refresher on Tide still. Okay, all right. This is risky business right now. We get a Bloodthorn picked up too. So if we can get a good Soulbind, right, with the Bloodthorn,
Yeah.
that looks, oh gosh, this is.
I mean, the Scythe, the Bloodthorn, the Abyssal Blade, like obviously, again, initially their abilities weren't the best for the Soulbind, but you can always build items to help with that, and they have the 3 biggest, of course, at this point.
Of course, they're gonna spot out that he's got a Rapier right now. Yeah, look at this, the team they're assembling. We got those little coconut babies running into the base here. Who's your target? How do you play this?
I'm not sure if you give this building, most likely you just try to drag for time here, basically.
We'll pull back here over on the bear. It's gonna be a Rax taken down.
There's only 30 more seconds on the clockwork, which is, well,
Yeah, you're fine with
normally-
one set of rack.
Normally 1 creep wave, but they do also need to get the creeps out of the base on bot first as well. So kill this 1 creep wave and you're out of the woods for now.
And Butterfly picked up 2 over on the Lone Druid.
Yeah, it's good. No MKB threat at this point.
God, they are like right on like the edge of a knife right now. Either team could really take this, like with the Rapier in play. Because they've been so close. Like, oh God, I'm actually so nervous right now. Like, you don't even know. You know, I've watched these guys, like all of these guys,
It's an intense
like,
game.
forever.
It's very
And
likely.
it's only game
I know, it's
number
game, well, I was
one,
just about to say that too. 50-minute game
very
one.
likely that Popsicle knows about this smoke.
Uh-oh.
Do they? Do they?
Yeah, they should.
Oh, they gotta hope that Hiko doesn't get bashed here.
Sprout.
Run. All right, forcing forward. Inkswell. All right. Lenaro, pray that they don't have any sort of sentries here.
Double damage OD, man, if he gets an opening.
Ooh, Theolacor's just out of there. There's a jump forward, though. Sandy's a clip all up with the Ravage. They've got them all tied up, though. He didn't even get the refresher off in time. He gets the refresher off, and he doesn't get the other Ravage. They're going to turn back around. They're going to find the kill over onto Schofield, and they're still looking. There's going to be fierce
No
coming out over onto the OD. The OD's got to go right back in there. They've got their eyes on this Troll. Troll's going to get taken down. Look at the damage coming out from this AM. Oh, J. Marie.
That was the first time when the Mana Void actually felt really relevant, to be honest, on top of the Sanity's Eclipse.
Look at that damage, baby.
So that Troll has to buy back immediately, but that's 3 heroes that are dead and staying dead for now. Roshan, it's not going to be up possibly for another minute or so, so yeah, no point to even try for that. Just go for the finish here.
Go, yeah. Yep.
You just saw the damage of AM, man. He was able to beat down the Troll Warlord on top of him. It's a mango pop.
Nothing like some casual consumables, you know.
A crunch.
Yeah, especially like in the late game, it actually becomes relevant again, just because you never want to have to go back to your base. It takes so long to get out of your base if all of your towers and shrines are down. So
There you go, top here, get mega creeps, and now they can start clearing
All
on
right,
tier 4.
this is their last hurrah. I don't think they can do it,
I mean,
though.
both cores are up, but yeah, they do not have that initiation. That's the biggest
They
thing.
don't have initiation, they don't have lockdown. Really, I mean, like maybe the Troll if he can get close enough,
That's
but
one
the
target,
second
though.
he gets in. Look at
target.
this. Yeah.
They can just watch, and they're going to pop fortification, hope to buy time for the clockwork, if anything.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though.
No. Popsicles is doing it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
All right, we got a big ol' open throne here. Oh, look at this. Careful here, AM. I would be, all right, yep.
Oh, no, he's fine.
No, he's good. He's Gucci. He's Gucci here. Troll trying to just fight his way through.
The disarm as well. Heaven's helper from somebody. So there's the put him under with the battle trance. GG's called. Popsicles taking game 1.
Oh, man.
Redo Picole.
Today, Popsicles are king.
Well, they still have a couple more games here to go. That was
was
only game number 1.
That was a fun game, though. That was intense.
That was.
I was actually, you know, because I had predicted for the other side, I was actually thinking, you know what, they must be able to get this out on the PlayMakers, right? But that anti-mage at the end there, they had no way of killing him. They had no way of locking him down. There was just, go
Yeah,
grab
let's
that.
put him up.
Speaking of that,
Put him up.
I finally get a point. And then Moxie, you guys.
I mean, I've got the unfair advantage, right? This is SA Dota. This is my scene.
You probably know the matchups as well, which is something that
Well, I know like some of the little quirks that they like to do because I've watched regionals for so long. So being able to like, you know, when I saw that they picked up the Nature's Prophet, I was like, oh, I know what they're going to want to try to do with this particular hero. I know how they're going to work it, and especially with the AM that just gives them so many options. J. Marie, you know, the great idea with the Lone Druid, he's a very skilled Lone Druid player, but just wasn't able to get what he wanted done. He used to actually play on Thunder Predator. It used to be him and Atun, I believe, that were both on that team.
Oh, yes.
And but you would see, you know, one of them playing like an Ember. One of them would be playing a. They'd be playing. No. They'd be playing. No. Oh God, please, Breaky, please. But like he would play Lone Druid, and you would see, you know, they would try to go for these fights. If the fights were unsuccessful, then you would just see them straight up split push, but they'd make space for each other. And in this case, it just felt like Lone Druid just was like AFK farming for a lot of the game. We're like, oh wait, where is he?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Troll was also trying to farm, and they just couldn't do enough.
Yeah.
It was the last pick 100, right? I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. So whenever your last pick hero has, again, it's hard to sit here and say he didn't have any impact because his farm was always very intense. And I mean, he's not a hero that you can necessarily see a lot, especially in that range for him doing plenty of damage. I'm sure he dealt plenty of damage, but yeah, the impact felt a little too underwhelming in the end. So the anti-mage proved to be the issue, though, as we kind of expected going into it. That's a game 1 victory for our boys, Popsicles.
Yeah, yep, and you know, it is a best of 3, so there is a chance for PlayMakers to come back in because I think that they did have some really good engagements. Still kind of cracking up every time that the Tidehunter saw himself, Lenaro, on that OG was like, oh, this is my moment.
Juicy target, yeah.
This is my guy. But, you know, I also think, shout out to Schofield, we did see some nice kind of, you know, engagements that came through. I just felt like this little clockwork couldn't do enough. He just needed like one other person with some sort of lockdown to really...
It goes back to the end. I mean, Anti-Mage is a great hero against a Clockwork, too. It's like, I think there is potential for a Clockwork with the buffs to it, and you mentioned a confident player like Schofield, but this game just did not feel the friendliest for him at all. So.
For sure, for sure. So what do we want to see out of them for game number 2?
Out of PlayMakers?
Yes.
I guess obviously a bit of a draft change right there. I mean, when it comes to skill, I think on paper, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you could say you'd favor PlayMakers slightly as far as the team goes. So I definitely expect, you know, variation in the draft right here and an answer. Just the opening, I think, was the biggest thing because they opened with a Clockwork and a Phoenix, right? And it's a funky opening to me. It's not your everyday opening. It's the dual support is something that, you know, we see a fair amount, but also, you know, not the.
But there were comfort picks. It was Excel
comfort
on
picks,
the Phoenix,
but there wasn't the diversity there, right? Where Nature's Prophet on the other side, I know he plays a lot of Nature's Prophet in that off lane, but that's a hero that could be safe lane, could be, you know, support, whatever. Clockwork and Phoenix, you have a very good idea of where those heroes are going to end up for the most part.
Well, if you do your homework, you know that Hiko's going to be because he's been running that for a while. But we're gonna we actually do have to run to a break right now, guys. I know that we could talk forever. I'm loving this because usually it's just me at home like hyping up SA Dota, and so it's nice to have some friends here to get excited and discuss, but do have to go to a break. So we will be back with game number 2.
See you soon, friends.